guys, welcome to Kristen Kelly TV. So today I am going to be doing a really kind of like morbid story time, or not even story time. What am I talking about? I'm talking about, ooh, beyond the grave. No, I'm gonna be doing, I don't even know what the hell this video is about. It's about how I think I'm gonna die. All right, so before starting, I'm like super psychic. I've talked about this in other videos. I think that everybody honestly is pretty psychic. But this is, you know what, it's probably my biggest fear. It's probably my biggest fear, and that's why I'm so scared about it. Hopefully this is not how I die. Hopefully I die a very old person in my bed, like 95 years old, you know, like asleep. But this is how I think I'm gonna die, or this is like what I'm afraid of, or how I'm afraid of dying. So I don't know why, but like ever since I was really young, I've had this fear, this like very weird fear of being in a car and having the car going into water and drowning. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why that's a fear of mine. I don't know why it's that specific fear. And I always have in my car, there's like a special tool that you can hit the window with. However, I don't know how well it works, because one time I took it and I was like hitting some like old glass and it wouldn't smash, but it's supposed to smash your car window. And I've always had one of those in my car, like ever since I could drive. I don't know why I think that's how I'm going to die. I have dreams all the time about how I'm in a car and the car loses control and goes into the water. However, normally when I'm in these dreams, I'm not the driver. I'm like in the back seat. And a lot of the times I'm really young. And I remember having this, I don't know, like dream, premonition or whatever when I was really young. Like I remember falling asleep in the back of my dad's truck. Not like a truck with like a bed or anything, but like a truck with like the like a normal truck, like an SUV. SUV is what I should say. I remember falling asleep in my dad's SUV when I was like a little kid, and then being like, oh, you know, like let's let her sleep and we'll just like, you know, go inside. And having nightmares that the car was like out of control and I was driving the car, or I was in the car and there was no one driving the car and the car was out of control, and then the car went into water. And as an adult, I have constantly had this same kind of dream where I'm driving and the car goes into water, or I'll be sleeping and I'll have dreams that I'm like submerged in water. And water has always been a fear of mine, like big bodies of water. And I think it's just because it's so big, it's so vast, and there's, you know what I mean? Like when I cannot touch my feet, even though I can swim. Kind of. I took swimming lessons and stuff, and I'm like an okay swimmer, I guess, but I still would never like throw myself into the deep end. Even when I'm in a pool, it freaks me out not to have my feet touching the ground. Just like, I don't know, just the thought of drowning, just drowning in general has always freaked me out. Big bodies of water has always freaked me out. It's just scary. It's just like, you know, it's like a scary feeling. So I've just always kind of like had those dreams of me being driving, car being out of control, in water. And it's like to the point where it's like very weird. It's crazy. Like we're in the, like we'd be in the car, like me and Chris, and I'd be like, hey, so if we crash into a body of water with the baby in the car, get the baby out and save the baby before me. Like I said this like 2 weeks ago, and he was like, we're not gonna crash into a body of water. And I was like, yeah, just make sure you like get the baby and like get her first. Like to the point where I'm like telling people about this like very weird premonition. I don't know why. And whenever I see in a movie like a scene where somebody's like going into water or drowning in water, I'm just like, oh my God, like why? Like, why are you doing that? Like, I don't want to see that. And then I'll think about it. I'll like think about that scene over and over, and I'm like, oh my God, like, could that happen? Could that happen to me? I also have recurring dreams with just kind of like scary things with water, like being up high and falling in water, or doing something. And I have super vivid dreams, like really crazy vivid dreams where they almost seem like movies. So I've had dreams where I woke up, I was just like screaming because I really thought that I was in water, or I was up really high. And that's another thing that I didn't realize I had a fear of until I physically had a fear of it. When I was in high school, we were in dorms because it was like a boarding school, and we had to do this like dorm thing where we went and like, you know, kind of mingled and stuff. And we had to climb up a tree and jump off the tree like you were like harnessed. And they were like, oh, who wants to be the first person? And I was like, I'll do it, thinking that I could just easily do it. I went up there and I physically could not jump. I was like shaking, my body wouldn't move. I had to climb down, and then everybody else went, and it was like so fucking embarrassing. Just, oh my God, I want to die just thinking about it. Oh yeah, hopefully that's not how I meet my demise. But if I do, I called it, because I have the craziest dreams about it. I don't know why. It's like, I almost feel like I should go on some like obstacle course or something where I'm in a car, where I like drive a car into water and then have to like get out just so I can like see myself do it, and then I like know I can do it, and then I don't have to like worry about it or be fearful of it anymore. It's just so weird because like of all the things you could be afraid of, it's such a specific thing. Like, I'm afraid of being in a car, going into a body of water and then drowning in the car, or not being able to get out of the car, or like, it's just such a specific thing. I don't know. Like, I'm not afraid of spiders. I'm not afraid of snakes. I'm not afraid of this. I'm not afraid of that. I'm like afraid of the most like random thing. I don't know. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of the dark? By the way, speaking of being afraid of something, the other day, the baby's sick right now, and I was actually sick too, but I'm like feeling better now. And the other day I like gave her some Tylenol, and baby's Tylenol like is like liquid. It kind of is like fruit punch. So she likes how it tastes, because the only thing she's ever tasted is milk. So she's like, so I gave it to her and she goes, like the laugh she did was so scary. It was like a baby doll that you found on Halloween in a graveyard. That's also a clown. It was just so scary. Like, it was the scariest noise, and I was like, let me just turn a light on. All right. Okay, guys. Well, I love you. I will talk to you later. Bye.